Alrighty, I'm back, and we're just gonna start off from where we were. Last time we were talking about Plants vs. Zombies and how EA shouldn't have talked about it. But the last thing I talked about was Forza Motorsport 6 and the graphics of it and how it looked like real life. 24 car multiplayer, and it comes out September 15th. What I'm talking about now, which I'm going to get on that right now. Jesus, if you're a fan of hard games, you, my friend, are going to get really excited when I say this. Dark Souls 3 comes out 3, just in case you don't know what there is. No. Not much really said about it. The only thing that, this is literally what happened. They showed us a preview. It wasn't even a preview. They call it a preview, but it wasn't. Of just Dark Souls 3 coming up. That was my face. Just like, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Crazy madness. No. Then right after that quick little thing that they had, they gave us something that's actually good. Now this game's been on hold for 3 years. Okay? The first 2 years were fine. But this year, if they do not release it, I am just saying, I don't care. I'm just going to go up in arms about it, and I'm just going to be like, I don't care anymore. Okay? Tom Clancy's The Division is announced once again. And I have mixed feelings about it. I really don't. I'm getting close to saying I don't care anymore. But if they do not release it this year, or 2016, I just don't care anymore. Seriously, I don't. I will give it what credit. I'll give the game credit where credit is due. I couldn't talk. The graphics are stunning, like all of the other ones were. And basically it's survival of the fittest kind of a game where there's like a lot of enemies and you just survive. The setting is in New York. Why is I don't get that actually. I need to talk about this. If you think about it, there's 2 places every game is in. New York, or somewhere in New York, or Chicago. Think about it. Watch Dogs was in Chicago. Grand Theft Auto 4 was in New York. Tom Clancy's The Division is in New York. Well, I was about to say Grand Theft Auto 5 was in New York, but no. That was in Los Angeles, I think. Hollywood. No, it was in Hollywood. Whoops, my brain. But why does it have to be in New York, Chicago, or Hollywood? Why? Why not be Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, which, by the way, I actually want to move to Seattle, Washington. Information. And I currently live in Brownwood, Texas. That's a long way, yes, I know, but, you know, a man's got a dream. But anyway, getting back to the point. Yeah, the setting of Tom Clancy's The Division is in New York. And what seems to me like, I make this, I make this like, oh, I say this a lot, but The Division looks like The Last of Us. You're in a group, and that's bad if I say that a lot, because that means a lot of games are they look exactly the same. That's bad, bro. It looks like you're in a group, and you're like with a government agency, or you're with a agency of some sort, and you have to follow orders, and you have to make sure that you survive and the other people don't. It's kind of violent, but you know. And that's really it. Oh, besides this, actually, I think like the ending of it is you can decide who's gonna live and who's gonna die. That's a good feature, I think, that game developers should start doing again. After that, I love this set of games. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is released on October the 13th. Okay, I'm gonna give you my first impression of this game when they showed us the gameplay. The graphics are awesome, but the way like you run around like a first person looks like Battlefield, but then again, once again, Battlefield was made first. Rainbow Six, or Rainbow Series completely, was not. I think. I haven't played all of them though, so. And then there was this really weird one after that one. Ashen was introduced, as was Tacoma, which those are really weird names. Why did they choose those names? I have no clue why they chose those names, but you know, I'm not the best name picker of all either. That made no sense. My brain. The graphics of those games are fine. Beyond there really wasn't any. There really wasn't any full thing. It was just showing like a snippet of the game. Beyond Eyes is also introduced. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Beyond Eyes. I have no clue what this is, but you play as a little girl and a and Cuphead is also announced. What Cuphead is, it's a very, 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 and I'm gonna keep saying this, very, very kiddie, cartoonish, and it looks like it's gonna be a co-op game. Ion is also announced. Like, well, before I get to Ion, I'm gonna give you what Cuphead looked like, because that was the only game that they really showed like full on. Cuphead, if you can think of the Mickey Mouse cartoons, that's what it looks like. That's it. And it has that little black and white kind of feel to it. And then you have those little enemies that are like big and bulgy, and it's like Popeye the Sailor Man. You know those enemies? If you've ever, yeah, that's an old one, but if you've ever seen the enemies of those, that's the enemies of Cuphead. And that's a really freaking weird name, is Cuphead. That's really weird. Ion is another a game that was announced in the line of all these games. I know, right? But there wasn't really anything to say about it, but great graphics, and that's it, because they showed us a little snippet once freaking again, and I hate it when this happens, where they only give us like a snippet of what the crap it is, and then you expect to be good, and then you get the game, and you're just like, what the fuck? No. I'm done. I'm just done, man. I'm just done. Okay? I'm just done. Yeah, that's all I could say about it. And then, oh no, bro. I'm about to get in my zone with this game. These games are the single hardest freaking games I've ever freaking played, okay? Well, crap, I gotta fix that again. Single hardest freaking games ever played. That's not Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, any of these. Okay? Rise of the Tomb Raider is announced at E3, at Microsoft's E3 conference. And the first thing I noticed, like every time I notice, the first thing is the graphics are good. Okay. Lara Croft is the same. She looks kind of the same as always. And just like every freaking thing I say, it kind of looks, every game that freaking I look at, it looks like The Last of Us, photorealistic, really good. Great sound effects and music, like that music that was in it pumped me up. It has, I'm not being racist, I'm just telling you how it is. It has a really good black actor. I don't know who it is, but it is a famous black actor. And the females actually look good for once. Yeah. And I'm getting close to the end of this part, so I'm going to finish this off, and then I'm just going to end it, okay? And I'm just going to go to the next part. Oh, and I don't freaking know what that says, but I'm gonna have to go to the other part.